to another episode of b8ta TV. My name is Jai. I'm coming at you from b8ta Boston Seaport. And yeah, so I'm back to talk about another awesome product. Today we're going to be talking about something that's kind of more like medical, kind of healthcare realm, but it's going to be really useful for a lot of people, I already know. But before we get started, I just want to let you know you can find this product or all of the hundreds of other products that we have on b8ta.com, where you can just discover new stuff with the click of a button. So make sure you head over there, check this out, check all the other stuff we have out. And also, if you want to know more details about anything, you can also book virtual appointments where a b8ta tester can help you out. Yeah, and if all else fails, come over to a b8ta store. We can help you that way too. Yeah, so as I go through this product, feel free to ask any questions, comments, concerns, throw them in the chat, and I'll be sure to get to them as soon as I can and answer any questions that you guys have. Awesome. So today we're going to be talking about IASO. This is a product by a company called WellsCare, and what it is it's the world's first hand-free wearable cold laser pain relief device, which we'll kind of unpack throughout this episode. So yeah, it was founded in 2016 by a group of very capable engineers, and they just wanted to provide an innovative and effective way to bring healthcare to the people, make it more affordable and accessible to anybody who might need it. So IASO. IASO is actually, that name is actually, it's a name for the Greek goddess of cures. So they're all about, curing ailments, making people feel better, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, and so it's a modern kind of light therapy device, and we'll get into a little bit about what light therapy is. But we're gonna unbox this because this is b8ta Unboxed. So yeah, it comes with this little sleeve. You just take it right out, pretty slim, nice looking. And we just open it up here. There we go. Ooh, and this is IASO right there. So if we take this out, this one, this little packet on the top here contains the user manual and also the adhesive stickers, which I will show you how those are used shortly. And then from there, we have the actual devices. So they're, pretty cute little chic little things. You can see just a nice little circle, very, simple, but nice looking for sure. Elegant, you could say. Oh gosh. Drop that in the cardboard, thank God. But yeah, so we take that out and take this whole thing out. And we also have a few other things. We have a charging port. We have a little activity band, and we have a portable holder. And there's also a USB cord that also comes with it that we're using elsewhere right now. So yeah, so that's kind of like what comes in the box. So with a charging port, this is the charging hole port you only really get with like the double or the quadruple pack. If you would just get like a singular pack, each of them has a little USB port in the back, so you would just plug it right in directly into the device instead of using a charging port. But this is a double pack, so we do have one, which is nice. So yeah, so those are all the things that your device comes with. And so yeah, so this is cold laser therapy, and you might be wondering, what is cold laser therapy? Is it cold? No, it's not. So when they say cold laser therapy, it doesn't mean that it feels cold. Watts, which is the way that you measure like the power input of a laser. So it's below 500 milliwatts, and it's specifically designed for this type of therapy that actually is a form of pain relief treatment. So it doesn't feel cold. In fact, it actually heats up a little bit. But when they say cold, they mean it's below a certain level of power output. Milliwatts is the measurement. So yeah, so just to explain a little bit about how this science works, it was really interesting to kind of do more research about it. So the way that this works is, cool. This is a light spectrum, you can see. And so the specific kind of spectrum of light where this kind of kicks into gear is between 650 nanometers and 830 nanometers. So nanometers are a measure of the wavelength. You can kind of see towards the top here, right there. You can kind of see in, the light spectrum, it goes from very, very, thin, kind of higher, quicker wavelengths all the way until they start to get longer. And so these kind of different wavelengths obviously increase as you go farther up. And so you've got all different types of light. Only, you can see there, the visible light spectrum is only a very small sliver of all of the lights there are, which most people already know this, but just a refresher. And so within that actual visible light spectrum, between 650, and you can kind of see it between 650 and 830, which kind of starts to inch into like the infrared zone. That's kind of the optimal, pain relief zone. So you can see, if I turn this on real quick, that it's a red laser. So, and I'm not going to direct this at you because we don't want anybody being blinded. I don't think that would work over video, but who's to say? But yeah, so you can see it's a red light, and that's because it's in kind of that further side of the visible light spectrum. So that's kind of the light that we're dealing with. And there's been like over 100 years of research about this specific type of therapy. Thank you, Rafi. It is pretty cool. And there's been lots of research about it. And about how it can actually stimulate the healing of body tissue and actually cause, regeneration and relief from different types of pain because it's helping you heal faster. So it's similar to it's similar to photosynthesis. So if you think about the fact that a plant can just take in light and then use that light to make energy, we work in a similar way. And with this light therapy, it's kind of, to the max. So, plants primarily just, go off of light. We go off a lot of things, but putting light directly on the skin and directly in a specific spot in your body actually helps to stimulate and regenerate your cells, which I think is really cool. So to kind of explain a little bit more about that science, I have an image of a cell. I feel like I'm in science class. I was preparing for this moment. Right here, it's this side. And so we all know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. And the mitochondria are the little blue kind of amoebas in there. I'm not sure if you can see the labeling and everything. But so that's the powerhouse of the cell. That is what makes the proteins that are giving us energy and letting us live our lives, heal our bodies, etc. So inside of the mitochondria, it actually creates something called ATP. ATP looks like this. I also actually talked about this with the Superb drinks, which actually uses a similar, is targeting ATP as well and increasing ATP. But this one, the mitochondria is creating this compound, and it's using, and that is kind of the main source of energy. Yes, Ray, you're correct. But yeah, so mitochondria is creating this protein that is the main, this red light onto the mitochondria. It actually strengthens the mitochondria through kind of a similar process to photosynthesis as we discussed, and that actually produces more of the protein that gives us energy. So more of the protein means more energy means more help for the natural healing process. So you can see how over time, you do it a few times a day over, a week or two, and you'll start to notice a difference. You'll start to notice that those mitochondria are working pretty hard. We love cells. So that's kind of like the science behind how this device works. It's pretty cool. I had a lot of fun researching it. And so through this process, it can give you pain relief, improve your blood flow, stimulate your lymph nodes, and increase just overall. So yeah, and what's really cool is, with this little thing and with this light therapy in general, this is drug-free, it's non-invasive, and, so far they haven't found any adverse side effects. And they've been studying this for a long time, so I don't think there are any. But yeah, so that's kind of like the science behind the device. that's what I'm saying. You know, Ray over here has fibromyalgia, so maybe something like this would be really helpful. But yeah, so that's the science behind it. But what makes IASO, you know, something that you want specifically? Well, and let me just pull this up real quick. This is going to throw a little link down in the comments, so feel free to go there to find more information. And you know, if you're interested in buying this or buying it for someone who you know who might be struggling with pain, just head over to b8ta.com and you can check it out there. But yeah, so I also this device is FDA registered, and what's cool about it is it's wearable, it's compact, and it's rechargeable. So kind of wear it is you have this little band here. So this is something you can just wrap right around your wrist, and just kind of, you know, stick it into a hole here. You can see it kind of goes through like that, and then you can, you know, get it as tight or as loose as you want. It's also looks like a small light body Roomba. Yeah, there you go. That's fun. You know, we have fun here. But yeah, so we have this little band here, and it's pretty stretchy, so you can like get it around a leg, get it around an arm, you know, wherever you need that relief. And then we also have the adhesive patches, which is another good way, you know, when the band will go around, you know, some parts of the body. So having that adhesive is really good, especially to be on the go. So the fact that it's wearable means that you can do it, you know, on the go, wherever you want, and it's really easy and simple to use. And then they also have the charging station, which when you plug in the USB in the back, you just pop them in there, and they just sit very lightly. And you want to make sure with this, when you're charging them, you don't want to like slam them down there, because they're pretty what's it called, fragile systems in here. They're like these little like nodes that you don't want to break, and that's how it charges. So you want to make sure you put it in there very gently. Just a pro tip for you. But yeah, so that means it's rechargeable, so you can use it again and again and again. One charge lasts about 90 minutes, and usually they recommend about 3 sessions, 3 30-minute sessions anyway. So one full charge will get you through the day until next time. And you can do this, you know, over time, and you'll notice a difference. So yeah, you can use this on any part of your body except for your eyes. Do not put it near your eyes. It is a laser, and eyes are very sensitive, so flash this red laser into your eyes. Just want to say that. But any other part of your body, especially kind of for smaller like joints and things, it's really, really useful for that. And what's cool about this is, so a single unit is about $200. Actually, it's on sale right now. So right now it's $140. So it's, you know, not inexpensive, but when you compare it to, you know, all the countless, you know, doctor visits you might be having because of your chronic pain, this is actually going to help you out, because you're going to be saving money in the long run, and you won't have to go through the hassle of, you know, making a doctor's appointment and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, so this is more affordable. Like I said, 90-minute battery life, pretty good. It's also water resistant. If my fibromyalgia reaches my eyes, well, then you're gonna have to find another solution, you know, for the eyes. This can do everything else though. But yeah, it's also water resistant. So, you know, if you're wearing it around and you're sweating a little, totally okay. And then if, you know, if it maybe gets a little dirty, you wanna wipe it off with a wet cloth, that's totally cool too. But just I wouldn't recommend, you know, using it in the bath. You know, don't take it to the beach, things like that. You don't want, this thing is not going to survive being submerged in water. It is, you know, pretty delicate healthcare device kind of. So yeah, so don't use it near water, but it's okay if it gets a little damp. And once again, you know, it's pretty sleek and chic, so you can stick it on your body. It's not going to, you know, look too bad either. So yeah, so we have 3 different versions on sale. We have the singular version, which it comes with just a single unit you can use. The quad, which is what I have here. So you get 2, or sorry, the double you get 2, the quad you get 4. And so each of them are kind of a different price. Single is usually $200, double is usually $300, and a quad is $500. They are on sale at the moment, actually. So you can get like a single for $140 everything is kind of on sale. So if you're thinking about getting something like this, now is the time to take the leap. And then you can also, if you run out of adhesive packages, you can also buy extra from them for $25. Pretty chill. Yeah, and they also have a 1-year warranty. So, you know, if you have trouble, it goes out on you, you can feel free to get it replaced or repaired. And yeah, and the maximum laser power is 5 milliwatts. So it's not, you know, crazy. It's not gonna, unless you put it on top of your eyes, it's not gonna hurt you. If anything, it gets warm, but nothing crazy. And yeah, and you know, good to keep in mind that these adhesive patches are like a one-time use, but they stick pretty good. My coworker and I tried it out, and she had stuck it on her back, and it was like on there pretty good. So you know, you don't have to worry about it falling off or anything like that. So yeah, so if we're talking about kind of the benefits of something like this, there are over 50 million American adults. That's 20%. 20% of the US population is dealing with chronic pain. When we're talking about chronic pain, we define that as pain, you are experiencing pain most days or every day for at least the past 6 months. And of course that gets worse, you know, the older you get and with age. That's a lot of people. And that the statistics kind of hold true across all across the world. It's about 20% of people are dealing with chronic pain. So when we have this huge group of people who are suffering, and you know, maybe not all of them are able to afford doctor's appointment, maybe not all of them have the time to make doctor's appointments all the time, this is a really, really good alternative when there are so many people that need help. And also it's cool because when you're taking things like pain medication, like I know